Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And the video didn't start yet. Y'all the realest ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. Divorce attorney talks about marriage. 56% of marriages end in divorce. I believe that rate is all marriages. 50% of all marriages end in divorce. Because when you break it down year by year, within the first 2 years, within the first 3 years, within the first 10 years, it's a little bit higher. We're talking about 60%, 70%, right? So I wish they would, or maybe they're going to go into it, but I would say I wish they would have put on screen like what that time span is. But let's get into it, y'all. I love hearing these types of stories, or not stories, but I love hearing these types of topics from actual people that's in this field, such as a divorce attorney, such as a divorce lawyer, all that good stuff, judges. These are things that we love to hear. Why? Because these are things that needs to be talked about in not just the Black community, but just in communities in general, for people like me that believes in marriages, you know, believes in Black men marrying Black women, you know what I mean, and vice versa, Black women marrying Black men. But yeah, let's get into it, y'all, because I gotta hear this.
If you break it down fundamentally, 56% of marriages end in divorce. Like, think about, that's the ones that end in divorce. So how many people, what percentage stay together for the kids? Or because they don't want to give away half their shit? Another 10%? That's conservative.
Conservative.
But let's say 20% then, okay?
That's at least right.
You now have a technology that fails 76% of the time. That's insane. That's insane. That's more likely than not. 76%. If I told you there's a 76% chance when you walk out the door today, you're going to get hit in the head with a bowling ball, you would not go out, or you'd wear a helmet for sure. But people just continue to get married. Not only do they continue to get married, there's a presumption that you should get married. And if you don't get married, there's something wrong with you. So if you've got a girlfriend and you've been with her for 5 years, and you say to someone, we're getting married, they go, oh, that's great. You know, they don't go, why? You're happy. Why would you get married? Like, everything's going fine. Why would you put yourself through that? Why would you run that risk? If you say to someone, we've been...
Hold on, real quick. Let me pick it back off that. Sir, I would imagine that people do those types of things mainly for, or because of traditions. Number one, traditions. Yeah, for sure. Traditionally speaking, there's a lot of, depending where you're from. Traditionally speaking, a lot of people believe in being married, especially at a very young age. Hell, we have some cultures that still have arranged marriages, and the minute they turn 17, 18, boy and girl married, y'all start a life together. It's the same thing. So yeah, man. So I honestly, again, just my opinion, I really believe it's traditions, cultures. That's one of the main things. But with that being said, man, one of the things that I did, right, because I always knew that I was going to be married. I just thought that I would be married by a certain age, right? I thought I would be married by 21, by 25, or whatever case. Really, I wanted to be married by 19, but that's stuff for another day. So what I did was I asked all the married men that I knew, as far as coworkers, but mainly my family, mainly the married men in my family. And they all gave me their own opinions about it. I've done videos on it, I ain't gonna bring it up again and to go into too much detail to go off track. But they said what they said, and I took from it what I did. But at the same time, I said to myself, yo, listen, this is something that I want. This is something that I need. This is something that the only reason or only way that I will be able to think that I am a man, or think that I'm ready for the next level, or to think that I am I'm ready for kids. Because I said this before, man, I'm not having kids until marriage. I'm not having kids until after we get married. I'm not having kids. That was always in the back of my mind, and it's going to stay that way. But as far as him being, what he said, as far as being happy, that's facts. I would say that, I wouldn't say I was the happiest when I was single, but I would definitely say, yes, I'm happy when I'm single. I'm not one of those people that can't be entertained by themselves, right? I always had a number of women around me, as far as like women that I'm sleeping with, as far as like women that I was dating, as far as like whatever. So I never really had an issue with being single. There's some men and there's some women, the minute they get out of a relationship, they're into another relationship. Or they're begging to be in a relationship with their ex. That's not me. I'm not that type of dude. I've always been solo. It's been like that damn near my whole life. I've always been a solo type of dude. I will continue to be that. And it is what it is. With that being said, was I happier being in a relationship than being single? I would say, I mean, I don't know. I guess it defines, like, you'll have to define what your definition of happy is. Because I can't really give an honest, not really honest answer, but I can't really give a full answer. Because it just depends on where I am, where I was at that time, and who I was with. But let's keep, I got more to say, but let's keep going.
Together 5 years, and we've decided we're not going to get married. We're going to move in together, but we're not going to get married. Ooh, what's wrong? You have intimacy issues? What's your problem? Meanwhile, 56% end in divorce. It's literally fits the legal definition of negligence. It's a negligent behavior. The way you define negligence in law school is when what you lose by not doing something, okay, is lower than the risk of harm. It's what's called a BPL analysis. So the burden of not doing a thing is lower than the likelihood, the probability of harm. So BPL, so burden, probability, and loss. Marriage is an inherently negligent activity. It's like owning a lion. Like the likelihood of someone getting hurt seriously by this is very, very high. No one ever says it to you. Because why? Because, and I would say something, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I still get misty-eyed at weddings. Like, I still really, there's something in me that goes like, you know, maybe it'll work out for these two.
You know, and for him to be doing that for 20 years, that's experience, y'all. That's experience. That is the true definition of experience. And I agree with what he said. It's like me knowing me, right? And that's why I don't get when people say, Dev, you're a red pill. I don't understand how I'm red pill. Dev, you're a purple pill. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess I can associate more with that. I don't really identify with any of those terminologies, but you know, these are terms that people feel most related to. So yeah, that's fine. Purple pill, because I understand females' nature. I understand hypergamy, all the other stuff. And I understand that there's a probability that whatever woman that I'm with, whatever woman that we date, we're with, we have a probability of being cheated on. We have a probability of them leaving, a probability of them being in hypergamous, you know, living in their hypergamous nature, sleeping with another damn dude because he's 6'8", 280. Sleeping with another man because you make 80,000 and the other dude makes 95,000. Sleeping with another dude because you driving a 2019 BMW and the guy driving a 2024 Lexus. Like stupid stuff like that. Like there is always a probability of a possibility of your woman cheating on you, fellas. And me, I understand that. I understand that. Am I okay with it? Obviously, no, I'm not okay with it. I understand that. And so that's the reasons why I say, yo, listen, I only got one more relationship in me, man, and I'm done. That's it. The possibility of my next the possibility of my marriage ending in a divorce, 56%. That's flipping a damn coin. And that's from now until 50 years from now. Every year, every university, flip a coin. Call heads, baby. Oh, land on tails. Okay, well, we good. We good. Flip it again. Call heads. I call tails. Okay. Okay, got it. Eventually, your luck is going to run out. I love what he said towards the end. He's like, yo, listen, and even when I'm at weddings, I still get misty-eyed, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, yo, maybe it's going to work for these two. But he's thinking the same thing I'm thinking. In the back of my mind, I'm a realist. I'm thinking, it ain't going to work. I give it 5 years. I give it 10 years. When I do this with, you know, I mean, it's different, but when I do this with celebrity relationships, I give it a year. What happened with Marcus Jordan and what's her name? Larsa Pippen. I remember when this story first happened a year ago. I said, bro, I give it 6 months. I said 6 months to a year. Look what happened. It's sad, but this is the reality that we're dealing with. Maybe y'all think differently, man. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. And until next time, please, man, be safe for her, cuz.